Oh,
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Avini Vibes. Today is December 21st, 2023. Wow, hard to believe the year is just almost over, and I'm sure it's a very busy time with the hustle and bustle of the holidays, trying to fit everything in, but let's not forget the most important reason for the season. And tonight we're going to do things a little bit different. We have a couple guests with us tonight, and I see some familiar faces. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christine Rolando, and I'm up here in New York. And Carol Witt, she's my co-host over there, helping always with the details of broadcasting this. So I thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight's a little different, a little special. We just had the opportunity. We should have recorded early because we had a blessing, little, welcome from Marcy Littlejohn. She's not with us right at the moment, but she's such a gracious person. She runs that contest on Wednesday night, giving out $100 bills. So if you haven't been on her call, get on her call on Wednesday nights. And you learn as well. It's a teaching call. Excellent call. So thank you. So right now I see that we're all muted. Most of you are muted. What we're going to do is we're just going to go around the room, and I want to tell you one thing very special of a lady that I met a long time ago, and her name is Carol Witt. And Carol Witt's a very special friend. However, Carol Witt and I have been working together for many years on different projects. However, we've never met in person. So we've been scheduled to meet in person for different opportunities, 3 times, 4 times. And for some reason, something happened and we didn't ever meet in person, but we do plan on meeting in person in Las Vegas in April at the Avini Summit. So if you haven't gotten your ticket, get it, because it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a remarkable time out in Las Vegas in April. All right, so with that, Carol, why don't we go around the room? Why don't we start with Chip, because Chip's going to probably open and close us. So we have a blessing also, the other half of Marcy Littlejohn. We have Chip with us tonight. And Chip, welcome to the call.
well, sure. Thank you. And I kind of like the way you opened, and maybe we'd add a little bit to why Avini Vibes. And if you are coming or thinking of coming to the summit, maybe why that. You just had a perfect one to meet somebody in person that's a dear friend that you've only known in the, outer reaches of the atmosphere, bouncing off a satellite. And now you get to see him in person. And I had 2 other reasons that I wrote down. And one of them was people come to learn. They come to learn from Rick and to learn from each other. And the other one, and this is a gigantic one to me, and it's really where I've learned a ton of what I know. People go to the big Avini events to meet Rick Deitch, see the real guy, and say thank you to the guy that kept them from decomposing while they were still alive. Essentially, that's what's been happening to people, and all of a sudden something wonderful happens, and those people that come for that purpose, to meet the actual guy and say thank you, you'll run into them. You'll begin to figure out who they are in the audience. Just get close to them and hear their story. As far as this exact group, the Avini Vibes group, for me, it's really special. You probably noticed you invited me once, and I come back every week. It's a real special thing to me. Very important to me to see this grow. And part of it is my lineage goes back to Middletown, New York. And the closest I ever got back to there, my family blew up when I was a little kid. And so I still had, not many links back to my family back there. But when I was in the Air Force, I got to control a West Point drop, an airdrop. I flew up in my little Jeep, drove up, had all my radios, was on the radio to the pilots bringing the paratroopers into West Point drop zone. And so those are my New York connections. And I'd love to see Avini take off, up in New England and New York. It was pretty cool to see that Hannah had imagined and drawn a picture of what the regional event up there was going to be. She's imagined it. I think we all see it coming. And to me, this is the group that's going to make it happen. That's why this is a big deal to me.
Thank you, Chip. I was over by West Point the other day at Stewart Air Force Base, and that bomber, that huge carry, that it looks like it's in the sky, but it's standing still. I watched it take off, and it was just so impactful, amazing. You know, it's kind of like Avini. That's how Avini is right now. We got this ship, and it's just about ready to take off, and we're on it. That's kind of the cool thing. So
Perfect.
thank you, Chip. Thank you so much. Why don't we go to Dave and Pat, and then we'll follow with Inika. We'll follow with you, okay? Dave and Pat, you're up. Welcome. And what does Avini Vibes mean to you?
Vibes means to me, Avini Vibes means to me that I'm going to live until I die.
Oh, that's good.
Enjoying life with wonderful people.
I love that.
I love that too.
Avini Vibes means family.
Oh,
A new family for
Another
us.
family.
Another family, yes.
yeah.
And it's been so great to get to meet all these people. A lot of them online I have met, and that's great. I just really enjoy meeting people and working towards a common goal, making everybody healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good point. Common goal, making everybody healthy. Thank you so much, Dave. Pat as well. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, Annika,
welcome.
how about followed by Novella?
Hey everyone. So Avini Vibes for me, it's just I work full time. I'm a teacher. And so I really need, this is like the one group that I can commit to Thursday nights. It's been great. And it's just to get that energy and to reconnect and get my brain out of, teaching mode or family mode or and all of the above and running around where I can just sit and concentrate. Throughout the day, I'm trying to listen to videos here, and I have 10 minutes. I can take some notes or learn something, and then it kind of comes together here with you guys. And I know we're all speaking the same language, so I really enjoy it. It's like my way of plugging in and just reconnecting with everyone. I was in Middletown, Chip. I was just in Middletown tonight. I had to drive through there. I teach in Newburgh, so you probably somewhat familiar. It's another urban, town right near Middletown. So, and I'm in Warwick with Christine, but we haven't met in person yet either, but I know we are. We have plans to do that this, next month, next year. But yeah, so that's what it means to me. I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
Very grateful and looking forward to meeting you. I was in Middletown today too, Chip. Novella, you're up. How about followed by Kelly King? How's that? Novella Williams, where is she?
Okay, so hey. So I'm supposed to be talking about what Avini means to me.
What Avini Vibes?
Vibes.
What Avini Vibes. This is an awesome this Avini Vibes is an awesome opportunity to connect. And it's like for the past I guess maybe I was here last week, but then I think I missed a week, maybe even two, and maybe just one. But anyway, it was like a complete missing because I had been in the midst of moving. I had some courses that I was doing. I was finishing my book. And plus I had registered for this contest. I had to finish that. So I did finish the book. It is. And you got to know that if it hadn't been for Avini, Cell Defender, that book wouldn't have gotten finished because I was all over the place. And it was not until I started taking Avini and my mind got straight. I mean, I came back. My memory came back. I'm like, okay. So now I'm back. I'm ready to do my thing. The reason why I missed it because I was like, oh, I went into my back office. I'm trying to say, I'm like, I got these people I got to talk to. So this is like a really great reminder, everybody here, this is my team. Everybody is pulling for the same thing. And, we're all on this, in the same conversation. So it's just really great. And anybody who is doing the business or even thinking about it or even taking the product, this right here, this call is the best call because it puts you right in the midst of everything, you know. So I love my Avini Thursday nights, my Avini. And I get to see Ed and Kyle. Woo. And I don't know who that guy is up there. I don't know who that guy is up in that corner there. Chip. Who in the heck?
Oh,
He
look
looks
at him.
That's what I told him tonight. He looks a little different to us. He shaved it off. Thank you, Novella. Thank you so much. The t-shirt's going to say Novella, and on the back, it's going to say, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Right.
Clarity and focus. God bless you. That is so awesome. Thank you for sharing that. All right, Kelly King, how about you'll be up next? And Dr. Nikita, you'll be
I'm still growing
after
with it.
Kelly.
I'm a baby in a baby, but I'm learning. I'm here to learn the awesome benefits of and the blessings that Avini Health is providing the people, and I'm just loving and soaking in the information right now.
Kelly, where are you from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas, Arlington, Texas specifically.
Very nice. Thank you for joining us. And you've been with us before, so it's a pleasure to meet you in person or on Zoom.
Oh, yeah. Same here.
Yeah, Avini Vibes. That's it. All right. Thank you. All right, Nikita, Dr. Nikita, you're up next. And how about we'll have Debbie? You'll share after her.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nikita, Dr. K. And Avini Live for me is, I would say, choice, because I choose to be here every Thursday, right? Education, because this is where I come to get all the information I need to feel secure in what I'm doing and any questions answered that I have questions for. And self-expression, because this is a place I can come and feel self-expressed and be able to express myself any way, anyhow, and feel completely accepted and acknowledged here. So that is what Avini Life is for me.
Oh, I love that.
Hey, that's good. I like that. I like that. Self-expression. Thank you, Dr. Nikita, for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
All right, Debbie, where's Debbie? You gonna come on? We're gonna meet.
Hey,
Hey.
hi everybody.
Hi.
I'm
Hey.
here because my number one thing is health. And that's my priority. The number two thing is money. So, and I get my brain completely filled every time Chip opens his mouth. And I love that. And you guys are all wonderful, and it's such a good community.
Mm.
Thank you, Debbie, for sharing that. You know, you said something tonight that we don't talk a whole lot about in this business is the money. That's just the icing on the cake, because we are rewarded very handsomely for being involved with Avini as well, for sharing. So you spoke something that we don't usually talk about, the money. We talk more about these amazing products and the family of Avini. But you're right, the money is there. And just quickly, when Craig was in the hospital, I was pretty excited because I wasn't able to really work as hard as I normally would do it. And Eddie Kowalski reminded me, hey, did you still got a paycheck? I said, I sure did. That was cool. So the power of many hands make light work, as my mom would always say. All right. Oh, I didn't go next. Let's see how about Patricia? Do you want to go next, Patricia? Followed by Alan. Patricia, you with us? Where are you from? What does Avini Vibes mean to you? There she is.
You're muted.
Oh, you're still muted, Patricia.
There you
Hit your
go.
unmute button. There you go. No.
I prompted her. Let's see. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Avini Vibe family. I started on Nikita. I was introduced to Avini Vibe, I guess, when I met Carol in Dallas.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I must pop on here and see what's going on. And what I like about Avini Vibe is the testimonials. Yes, I know I listened to testimonials on Tuesday with Robin, but there's something different about Avini Vibe, which I really enjoyed, or else I would not have come back. And I have to say, good job to you all. Good job. Good job. Good job. Because I learned completely different things. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for allowing me to share.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Patricia?
Originally from Trinidad and Tobago, and I migrated 35 years ago? A long time. I now live in Maryland, Rockville, Maryland.
Very good. Well, thank you for sharing tonight, and it's a pleasure
Welcome.
to have you with us, rocking Avini Vibes with us. All right, Alan Way from Florida. Alan, welcome, Alan.
Well, thank you. I tell you, I did not come prepared to do all this, but when you said I needed to speak, I'm rarely without words. Let me take my glass off. I look like a zombie with that stuff I can see from my television bouncing off my glasses. It looks kind of weird. But friendship is the first thing that comes to mind. We are a family of friends. And through this organization, Avini Health, we've come together to form a really cohesive family, and we share. So sharing is the next word. We share information, we share circumstances, we share all sorts of things, which leads to the next thing, which is understanding of our diversity, perhaps, or difference of circumstances and things that you share that I may not ever share, may not have a need to, but from that comes from the support that we get from our group. And so these are all a bunch of one-word things that we're a supporting group. We love each other. We care. And a lot of that comes through the teaching that comes to us from not just Chip, but others. Kyle is another one that's just really good at sharing and teaching with the knowledge that you have of the products and the circumstances surrounding those. And from that comes the learning. I have learned so much. I coached a doctor today, today, a young doctor in her office when I took Barbara to an event we had there. It was a regular scheduled event. And I told her about the Avini products and told her what I was doing with them. We collectively, Barbara and I, are doing with them, and how well they are working. I showed her evidence, written, dynamic evidence of how our Chip, help me with the word here now. 1 second. The plus hydration. Thank you, Chip. Appreciate that. The plus hydration product. I showed her Barbara's blood pressures over a period of weeks, and I pointed out to December 5th, the day we started, and that carries on through today. Excellent blood pressure results, particularly on the diastolic side. That's the second number of blood pressure. It's up. The only thing that's changed has been hydration, and that's what we're giving credit. And to the success of that, the doctor could only agree. So connecting. We are connected together with a powerful enterprise at our forefront, and that's the kind of thing that ties us all together. There's some money involved. I'm not interested as much in the money. I'm more in favor of helping people. I use my my auto ship benefit points. I give the stuff away to help other people get started. Am I being hugely successful? I'm successful in educating people. How much they choose to do with that is up to them. And then we have this group, and I wanted to comment too, as when I see Chip tonight, he looks like he's lost a few pounds. Maybe not. I don't know. You can't tell much here. I have lost in the past few weeks 29 pounds.
Wow.
And I show up on your TV screen, your computer screen, but that's due to fiber. It's due to a diet that I put myself on that is a very healthy kind of diet, and it's due to Avini products providing me the nutrients and the support that I need inside me. So I'm trying to get down. Somebody asked me the other day, "What's your goal?" I'm trying to get to my birth weight, about 7 pounds and 4 ounces or so. It's going to take a while.
Hey, Alan, thank you.
Most
for
awesome.
sharing. Thank you for sharing that. Those are really, really good points. I appreciate that.
Oh.
Angela, you're going to be up next, and how about Karen to follow? So Angela, Karen, and then Beth. Angela, can you unmute? We're asking the question or answering the question, what does Avini Vibes mean to you? Avini Vibes. In 1 to 2 minutes. In Alan's 1 to 2 minutes. How's that? God bless it. I love it. I took good notes though on you. All right, Angela's not coming. Oh, there she is. Hi, honey.
Hi, folks. How are you?
Good
I
to
just
see you.
think, you know, the Avini Vibes, I haven't been on much. I keep trying to remember because there's so many calls going on, but I love the, like Alan was just saying, the camaraderie, the friendship, it seems close. I don't know. It just seems like we're able to almost reach out and touch everybody, and I love that people can share and be themselves. And I love the fact, what I love about being in Avini, sort of carrying on what Priscilla's call from this morning, is that, it's at our own pace. And I'm sort of on the elder end of this business and done several things, and the money isn't what drives me. It's about helping people, but I'm having trouble sort of decluttering. So I'm in a phase, and I think the beauty of Avini is that we're on the products. You take the products, it helps us, and it gets our mind going. It helps our physical things, but it helps us in terms of blending and harmonizing with other people in terms of being like-minded. But for myself, I know I'm decluttering, if that makes any kind of sense. I'm trying to get rid of all of the excess so that then what I take in from these wonderful daily calls and that can help me help other people.
Thank you, Angela. Where are you from?
I'm in Virginia Beach, Virginia. You're welcome to come. Anybody come say hey.
All right, we're going to do a beach trip. We're going to wait till it gets a little warmer. We're all coming. All right. Thank you so much, Angela. Beth. Now, Beth, you're new to this, but come on, because I know you can jump right in. Beth Brown from Ohio. Hey, Beth.
Hi. Yeah, I really have no idea. I just thought I'd pop in, kind of see what it's all about. I can't promise I'll be able to be on here every week, because I have a lot of other things going on, but pop in when I can and see what's going on, and see if I can learn a little more about the product line.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
All right, Beth. Thank you so much. And she's a fellow horse gal with me. Hey, Beth. Good job for jumping in. Appreciate that. All right, let's see. We have an iPhone. I'm not sure who's on the iPhone, but who did I miss? Okay, I got Eddie Kowalski. Oh, Karen. Did we do Karen yet?
No.
Karen, looks like you're out there walking. You're getting your miles in. Karen, come on board with us and share with us. Looks like you're in Florida, maybe. I see a palm tree.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm in Los Angeles, California.
Ah,
Nice.
It's rainy at this moment, which is like not the usual thing here, but it's okay. I'm walking the dog. Yeah, Kelly invited me. I didn't know anything, but she invited me exactly at the time you guys started. So I said, okay, do you have a link or something I can jump on? And here I am. I'm brand new to Avini. I just started on Monday, so I don't know anything, but I know quite a bit about health. I'm a holistic health advocate and a pharmacist my whole life. So I have a pretty big background in the health sector, homeopathy, and all areas, nutrition. I mean, I'm doing this for almost 40 years.
Wonderful. And we can see that you're an active woman as well. She's out there walking the dog and talking.
Oh,
So
all the time. I'm a little insane, yeah.
Karen, it's nice to meet you. We'll look forward to having you on the call and getting to know you better, okay? And appreciate your
Yes,
commitment
nice meeting you guys. Thank you for inviting me.
do appreciate your commitment to health and helping others. So thank you for that. All right, Eddie Kowalski, where are you? EQ, I call him EQ, is my sponsor. This is my guy. Hey, EQ.
Hey guys.
What
Yeah,
does
I
Avini
mean,
Vibes mean to you, Eddie?
what?
What does Avini Vibes mean to you?
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, a lot has been said that I was going to say, but I think the diversity that we have with people from all over the country, all different backgrounds, and everybody's got their reason and their story, right? And I think it's every week that we have a meeting, an Avini Vibes Zoom, there's always something you're going to walk away that you didn't know. There's never, and I think anyone that has a question about the products, what about how does this thing work? They just come and listen. They're going to hear from so many different people, from so many different angles, that something's going to stick with them, and something's going to turn the switch on where they maybe didn't in their own studies going. But it is a family, and very simple.
Is Eddie's sound going in and out for anybody
Yes,
else?
it is.
I can't
Is
hear
it?
you. We're hearing get closer because we're hearing like every other word.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Better.
Is that better? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Sorry. Okay. Well, anyway, just to summarize, it's a family. It's a diverse family. It's people from all over the country, and you always are going to pick up something every week. You're going to pick up something, and I think that people that need to get a little bit more encouragement or maybe understand products a little bit more and get nuggets from Chip and Kyle and everybody that contributes is priceless. And I just want to say that Tina and I had a conversation several months ago, and she said, "Hey, I want to start this Zoom call. Well, what do you think we need to call it?" And she came up with the Avini Vibes, and I said, "That's great." And so I just want to give kudos to Christine and Carol, because you guys, I talk to Christine probably about every day, every other day, and I know the work that goes into preparing this, getting a guest speaker, and making sure that everything is lined up properly. And Carol, in the there where stuff goes wrong, Carol always is there to pick up. And so what a great team, and you guys are a big hand, because this is really special. And the more we can, I mean, if everybody invited one person for next Zoom, then we double, right? And that's what the idea is. Let people understand what this important is, because for me, it's security. Taking Avini is security, and I know that I got an army inside me, more and more. It doesn't matter how much you know; it's what you learn after you think you know it all. So it's really important. But yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Eddie, thank you. Thank you. That's really important. And Carol actually made this amazing sheet, an Avini Vibe sheet, which has all different, like each step and all colors. And you put your goal in there and the date that you're going to rank up. So Carol, that's it. Thank you. Because she's very creative like that. So point on, Eddie. Spot on. Kyle, the man, our drummer friend. Hey, Kyle, come on board.
I am here. I'm
This
just,
is Avini.
I, I don't get nervous often. And when it comes to speaking and doing anything with our business and conversations and whatnot, and I've been sitting here like nervous the whole time. I'm like, this is a really hard question to answer. It's just, it is, what is Avini Vibes to me? And what everybody has said is exactly what it is to me. But I my gosh, I it's such a unique call. Chip said something earlier, which he said this call is very special to him. And you know what? I've told everybody this, and everybody that I invite to this call, I just say, guys, and I'm not exaggerating, or I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's skirt here when I say this. It's the best call I've ever seen in 13 years of doing this. It's probably my favorite call that I've ever had or been involved with, or been on in 13 years of being in this industry. And I was sitting here for the last 30 minutes trying to figure out how to put that into words and why. And I don't know. And I think that's really interesting to not be able to define why this call is so special, why this call is so unique, why it is so powerful. you know, there's a million calls of people telling testimonies and sharing stories, and or whether it's business or whether it's you know, product focus, whatever it is. There's a million calls always happening in every company, right? And even with Avini as a whole, there's a million things happening. But there's only one Avini Vibes call. And we kind of encompass everything, right? We share stories. We're very lighthearted. We're very, you know, kind of loose with how we do things. And it's just very, I don't know, maybe the informal aspect of it, maybe the formal aspect of it, maybe the testimonies, maybe just the family community vibe. It just, I've never seen that transpire in any type of a call. I've never seen it come through the way it does, as it does this Thursday night, every Thursday night. It's the best place to be on a Thursday night. And, you know, for me, it's almost impossible to define, but I will tell you, it's kind of like, it's always a way to recharge my battery and keep me like, it's like a trickle charger, right? It's just another way to just keep the battery charged, but it's the best way. And in my opinion, it is the most incredible call I've ever seen in 13 years. And Chip knows, you know, like I know my fair share of calls, and I've done a million calls and ran them, and I understand that, gosh, the preparation and the things that it takes to actually do something like this every single week is tremendous. And like Eddie said, you know, I thank you guys for that, because I know what it takes, and you know, it's just one of them things. I will keep showing up and keep showing up, and I will keep inviting people, because it's the best spot to be on a Thursday night. It truthfully is. I love it. I mean, you guys saw me on my deathbed last week, but I was here. I was like, I'm going to Thursday. I will be there. And it's just a very special call. And I thank you guys for doing this call every week. You know, when you guys first started it, I remember going, all right, cool. This is great. I'll be there. I'm going to support it. Carol, Christine, they're going to rock it. This is going to be awesome. And then I never imagined that I would have just been like, okay, it's the best call ever. It's the best. So that's Avini Vibes to me. A bunch of words that say not what it is to me, besides special. It's very special.
Thank you, Kyle. As
You're welcome.
you're very special to us.
Thank you.
And, we appreciate that. You know, if you weren't at the summit in Dallas, there's an opportunity to go back and look at. Eddie kept telling me, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it, Eddie. I promise I'm gonna watch it. And I wanted to, but I watched it. So Kyle, your story, that is what it's about for sure. That was amazing. So
Thank you.
That's found on the Avini Health training. You can listen to the summit, the recordings, and listen to Kyle's story when he's on stage. It's a really great video. Thank you for that. All right. I think Edward just got on, so I don't know if you want to share or not. But Chip, do you want to come back on a moment? Because we appreciate you, Chip, very much, of you and Marcy in your leadership here.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Well, you know, a lot of times what I do at the end of a call is kind of go backwards through it and pick out some of the things that jumped out at me. And if you don't mind, maybe I'll take a wing at that. I noticed several things, and so I'm just going to go back through each person just a little bit real quick. And so Kyle is having trouble wrapping words around things, but it's the reality and the gravitas of the thing, the special explosive mix that is Avini Vibes. And it is kind of hard to describe when something's special and right, but certainly this is. You know, Ed obviously has put a lot of work into creating the group that arrives here on Thursday evenings, and he said a couple of times, he said diversity, but joined by an overpowering reason that brings us together. And he said something that was also really rang out at me, because Dr. Nikita said it also, and that was security. Yeah. People come to something like this, or they choose a mate looking for security. And when two of them said that, I really, really highlighted that in my notes, security. And then we had Karen and Beth, and they're both wanting what it usually is, which is a whole bunch of product information and testimonies. So please come back. We really do have an enormous amount of product knowledge and stories here on this call. And and the people, that's you normally get a lot more of that, when you're here. So thank you for coming as brand new people. The most important people are always the new ones, and the nuggets that Ed was talking about, they do emerge. You just got to be patient with us. Everything can't all be on every night. So Angela, decluttering her mind, helping others, the camaraderie and the closeness that you sense, that we actually get to know each other. We actually get to know each other quite well. Like Kyle says, we were all there at his deathbed, and I suppose we're disappointed that he's gone on now, because we'll have to do that again someday. But oh well, on the other hand, it is refreshing. It's encouraging that he actually survived that and came back. So that was pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Well, Alan Way lost 29 pounds, but something that jumped out, and I got to ask Alan, you said that the plus hydration has been gigantic for Barbara. And if I got it right, it was her blood pressure, and it was that it went up. She was dropping off the bottom. Did I get that right, Alan?
The diastolic part of her blood pressure
was too low.
The systolic has always been up. She has orthostatic hypotension, which means when she's laying down, it's high. When she stands, it drops to the bottom. So by hydrating her, now she drinks 80 to 100 ounces of liquids a day, yet she's hydrated. And it's been this way a long time. But when the hydration product came out, as I talked about that a few weeks ago, and she started just a day or so into it, the diastolic numbers came up, and they have been up, except for a time or two when they were down. But it's, just with monotonous regularity, the diastolic has come up to where it's acceptable now, to where she does not have to take fludrocortisone to drive it up. Sometimes she has to take a metoprolol to drive it down on the systolic side.
So Karen and Beth, you're getting fed now by Alan in the story about Barbara. This is something amazing that the product is doing. Most people are worried because their blood pressure is too high. But if it starts to drop off, a couple of things that can be happening is that you're just worn out. Your adrenal glands, adrenal fatigue, and you just stop fighting as much. You're not ready to pump the blood as well. And so all of a sudden, essentially the hydration makes water wetter. What's the water do? It carries nutrients, it carries away waste, it inflates you, it keeps your blood pressure up, I guess. Apparently, you got to be pumping something through there, and so you're pumping something better around that system. And that just jumped out at me, and it's really interesting because we are in the product discovery phase of that product. We're finding out what it will do. Had an 81-year-old woman that was born premature and had just gotten out of the hospital for horrible lung issues, and she started coughing, which was normal for her, but she had a productive cough. She actually coughed something up. And after that, she got a hold of her sponsor, and she said, I think I just took the first full lungful of air I've ever had in my whole life. Oh, wow. That kind of stuff from a product that's, pulling hydration in, that's essentially a well thought out sport drink to carry hydration and energy into the cells better, so it isn't just sitting in the gut. So that jumped out at me. So Alan also said, friends, family, everybody's sharing understanding, and he put in the big word. He said love. He said he feels love here, and he also said that he got to coach a doctor. You understand that Alan Way comes from the same place I do. Everybody on my family was on the Union Pacific Railroad when I was a kid, including me. Alan's an engineer. Not very often a railroad engineer is teaching a doctor about health stuff, but in this particular case, we are immersed in one of the biggest ideas to come along ever that has to do with human health. And everybody who's on this call is one of the world's foremost experts on this topic. So let's see what I got. Patricia here. Via Carroll, met in Dallas. Trinidad and Tobago, pretty cool, gets to talk cool. All the rest of us wish we could learn that. And she just said there's something special about Avini Vibes, and she lives in Maryland now. Debbie Teenham, health and dollars and being fed knowledge. Mm-hmm. Well, when you get it and then you become a teacher, and there was somebody up here that is a teacher. I get back. Oh, Nikita is a teacher, and this is really important to me.
Annika.
Oh, Annika. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Annika's a teacher. Nikita's a doctor. I know that. I'm sorry. I'm just mixing up my circles here. But
I'm a teacher as well.
Cool thing about, yeah, exactly. So that everybody know the difference between a teacher and a network marketer. Network marketer invites their own class. That's the only difference. Only difference. So all of us become teachers who invite our own class. Okay, so Dr. Nikita had 4 things, and I already highlighted the security part of it, but she apparently spends time thinking about this, because the choice about who to be, the education, the self-expression, pretty big words. I got a feeling that those are huge words in her life across the board. And then you go to the secure thing. And I'm telling you, people choose a mate and a company because of security. And I really believe we have that here. So that's great. Kelly was soaking it up, soaking in Avini in Dallas, Texas. So that was kind of interesting, I thought. Novella, moving ahead, finishing her book, her mind is back, and she came back with it. So that's a pretty powerful statement. My mind is back. My mind came back, and I finished my book. Huge. Annika, the teacher, full-time. And this is her little vacation. It's her mental vacation. I wrote that word in. She didn't say vacation, but that was the impression I got. Vacation from all the other things in life. And she comes here for just something different, something to reconnect her brain. And she said another thing that's gigantic to me. I mean, really gigantic to me. And she mentioned the word language. And we literally are so new, so early in this effort, that we are creating the culture and the language to express what we have here. And that's happening right here live on these calls every night when we talk to each other. So that's a really, really big deal to me. Okay, where am I here? So Dave and Pat just came from being at the new facility, the only people that have been there, as far as I know, that don't work there. And they saw the blue floor, a poured blue floor, so that it will be absolutely, when they come in and test for particulates in our lab, they'll go back, and this has already happened. They'll go out and they'll have to check their instruments, because they'll find no particulate contamination in our lab. It's that well done, that clean. When the state comes in and checks it as a manufacturing facility for human use, it'll be the best that they find. And I don't know, I thought it was a little bit, pretty clear. Pat said, I'm going to live until I die, and hopefully do it all with Avini. Dave said, family. Carol Witt, that deal of the to it. Carol and Christine. I mean, you guys have been recognized for creating this call, and the smiles. I do watch your faces to make sure everything's going okay. Because if you're bobbing your head, yes, smiling, I figure it's okay. If not, I'll start worrying. But the deal where you get to meet in person in Las Vegas, please, you guys, consider coming to Las Vegas. There's a few more days at the best price for the tickets until the end of the month. And that's what I got. That's what I got from the call tonight. So thank you for asking me to summarize. I do enjoy doing that. So thank you, everybody, for being here with us.
And you're so good at it. So I'm grateful that you do that. You take that on. But Chip, Amy just joined us, and many of you don't get to see Amy. Amy's a trooper right from the beginning of Avini for over almost a year now. Amy, I don't know if you want to jump in and just tell us, give us a minute or so what Avini Vibes means to you. Amy's the type of person that goes into the hardest cases, to people that are just complicated health issues, and that's the kind of the where she always shows up. Hi, Amy.
Hi, how are you?
All right. What does Avini Vibes mean to you, the girl who takes on the hard stuff?
Well, it means, first off, it means a great group of people and having a lot more energy and running around. My youngest is 12, and so I'm able to just kind of keep up with him, you know. um, but also yeah, helping the hard cases. I'm working now with somebody who was told she would not make it to her sister's wedding in Ireland. Okay, so she started off slow at first, but about a week ago she started the Marcy dose, and then she was planning on coming up to Sloan Kettering because they wanted to do a biopsy. And I said, well, did you get the measurement? It was like, does 19 centimeters sound right for something on the liver? Is big. So gave her a really good idea. She's going to get it remeasured before her biopsy. And she says, you just gave me a really good idea. So just kind of opened her world up to just different ways of making herself get better and to be there for her son. She has a son who's about 17 or 18 years old, and she obviously wants to be there for him. And so we'll know. She's got this appointment in January 19th, so about a month from now. And so I can't wait to share with you her story and then just continue the journey. Yeah, it's exciting.
Wow. Thank you, Amy. Amy's coming to Las Vegas, but she's coming in on horseback because she doesn't fly.
Or maybe Amtrak. Maybe Amtrak will take 2.5 days to get there.
There you go. And Edward, I don't see if you want to join us. I can't see you, but Edward, welcome. Edward is from the YEA group. That's where I met him. Welcome to the call, Edward. Everyone was just sharing a little bit tonight. If you want to jump in and say anything before we're closed, we're going to close in just a minute or two or a few minutes. But if you'd like to say hello, Edward, please do. You have to unmute.
And also, Christine, I want to hear what Avini Vibes means to you.
Oh, to me? Thursday night, eat dinner earlier. Hurry up, everybody finish dinner. I got to go in the office. No, it means a lot more than that.
I know.
Edward, welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Edward. So what does Avini Vibes mean to you, this call? What does it mean for you?
Well, it's potentials. Unfortunately, I don't have any direct experience with the Avini myself. I have other products that I have, but so I can't really say anything in that area other than it's a potential for me.
The call is.
Oh, the call? Well, it's a connection time. Yes.
Right.
Connection.
Yeah, thank you, Edward. Thanks for jumping on with us and being with us tonight. Well, Avini Vibes to me, all of you, special people, as Chip already recapped, everybody here brings something to share. Everybody, we're all different in our own ways, but each of us have been given a gift or multiple gifts, as I've learned, as I've gotten to know many of you on the call. But I'm just grateful for the opportunity. As Chip said, we're in the beginning of this. The language is being written in this, and because it's so early, there's only 3 New Yorkers on here now. We're catching up to Florida. But for me, it's, Chip says this really nicely, but we use the term rewriting our biological programming. I'm able to work with I feel like I'm becoming younger every day, and I'm going to retire to something, not from something. And I've retired into Avini Vibes. So with that, I just want to bless all of you, the happy holiday season. Go forth, spend the time with your family, share Avini, of course, with our loved ones. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and holiday
Christine,
this time.
I want to
Yes.
share what Avini Vibes means to me.
Please, Carol, please.
I did not share, and I want to share this because I want Chip to know he has really made a difference for me in that he shared that we're all enthusiasts about Avini. And guys, what I come to this call for is to get lit up and excited and be that enthusiast and just share with everyone. That's what Avini Vibes means to me. So thank you, Chip, for that, because that's what I'm taking on in my life now.
Thank you, Carol. That's awesome. That's the best close we could have. So we'll leave it at that. God bless all of you. We'll see you next Thursday night and have a wonderful holiday season.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Good night now.
Good night. Okay, so this is recording is
night,
going
great
to be
call.
up and you guys will get a link to it. Okay. Good night.
Good night.